So today we're going to be working on heart opening. There's been a lot going on recently and a lot of things that have been challenging for us. And so I thought we'd work on a little bit of heart opening just to get a little bit more compassion into our lives and send love to those who need it. And that may not be the people that we necessarily think that they are only. So we'll get started seated. Hands on our knees, palms facing down if you want to be a little bit more grounded, or palms facing up if you want to be a little bit more receptive today. Let's take 3 deep breaths together, just tuning in to how the body feels this morning. Feel free to roll the neck back and forth or over the chest as you breathe. Start getting into the body. Noticing what your body needs this morning. And being there. Offering a little bit of support for yourself, for your body, for the world. And when you're done with your rounds, take a pause, drop chin to chest, and set your intention for today. Whatever your intention is, allow it to sink fully into yourself. Allow it to permeate every inch of your body. And then take a deep breath into that intention. And exhale, release it to the earth. On the inhale, rise, head back to neutral. And exhale, roll over onto hands and knees. We'll start out super gentle in cat-cow. We'll do 5 rounds, just starting to open up the spine, starting to open up our heart space. On the inhale, open belly, arch the spine, look up. And on the exhale, tuck toes, tuck chin, tuck tailbone, round spine. Inhale, open belly, slight arch in the spine, cow. And exhale, tuck everything in, round the spine, cat pose. 3 more rounds at your own pace. Moving slowly and mindfully. Noticing what it is your body needs today and how it feels. So just flex the spine this morning. Nice. Couple more rounds. And when you're finished with your rounds, come back to a neutral spine. And then keeping hips on top of knees, we'll walk hands forward for puppy dog position. So hips stay up, heart comes down to the earth, a slight back bend. Forehead can come to the earth if it feels comfortable, or a block, or a prop. Or if your heart is open already, you can bring chin to the earth. Let's take 3 breaths here together. Opening our hearts. Taking the time to build up all the good energy that we do during yoga practice so that we can package it up and send it out. On the inhale, rise back onto hands and knees, walking hands back closer. And then tuck toes, and exhale, lift hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, starting to open up the backs of the legs. Taking a moment here to move and find dynamism, dynamics, before coming into stillness for a breath or two. Anytime that we come into down dog for a little bit of a longer hold, feel free to come into child's pose. Give your body, your mind a rest. This practice is your own. On the inhale, look up between hands, bend knees, and walk the feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale with knees bent, spine rounded, roll up to standing. Head comes up last, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay. We'll do a couple rounds of standing, slight back bends. So what this is going to look like is on the inhale, bring our arms overhead. And on the exhale, cactus our arms or goalpost them so that the elbows are at 90 degrees. And as we goalpost, we're going to take a slight back bend, bringing shoulder blades together. On the inhale, arms come up, spread fingers, reach up. And on the exhale, goalpost arms, slight back bend. Let's do 3 more rounds, slowly and mindfully, really sinking into the shoulder blades together and the back bend. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, goalpost arms, open heart to the sky. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, goalpost. Shoulders melt away from ears. Nice, 2 more rounds. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, goalpost. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, goalpost. Beautiful work. On the inhale, arms come up, reach up as high as you can. And exhale, forward fold. Stay here for a moment. You can bend your knees, grab opposite elbows, and hang. Head is heavy. Heart is heavy. Shoulders away from ears. You can sway left and sway right if it feels good. Starting to get into those hips a little. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through your crown. And exhale, deepen your folds. Inhale, bend knees, plant hands. Exhale, step back with both feet, top of a push-up. And lower down to knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Inhale, roll through to baby cobra. We're here for a breath. On the inhale, lift a little, float hand. And on the exhale, lower back down. Let's take 2 more baby cobras. On the inhale, head and heart lift up, float hands. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, head and heart lift. Lift hands. Heart comes through, forward. And exhale, lower back down. Tuck toes. And exhale, lift seat to heels. And straighten legs for downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Or take a moment in child's pose. Just to breathe and be here. We'll be here for 5 breaths. So, more and more, we are seeing violence like we did a couple days ago in Texas. And one of the first instances of this was Columbine. I grew up in Colorado, and about 5 years after Columbine happened, the brother of the first victim came to my school to give us a talk. I was surprised at the time that the talk was so clear, full of clarity and grace. And it wasn't about anger, it wasn't about hatred, it wasn't about revenge, but rather the root of the problem that we're seeing here. And that is a lack of compassion, a lack of love, a deeply, deeply powerful traumatization of our youth and the way that they are unable to get the love and the support that they need at home and in schools. So that's why today we're working on opening our hearts and creating a little bit more love in the world. So if you're in child's pose, make your way back to downward facing dog. And in down dog, we'll take a couple breaths. Yoga is a really, really powerful tool for us to see ourselves more clearly. And when we see ourselves more clearly, we can see when we're acting out of survival mode and when we're acting from our hearts. On the inhale, right leg raises up. Exhale, right foot between the hands, lower back knee, untuck toes. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. On the inhale, lengthen and slight arch in the spine, heart up. And exhale, sink a little deeper. You'll feel a stretch in the left hip flexor. Inhale, look up, lengthen, arch in the spine. And exhale, sink deeper. Inhale. And exhale, plant hands. Inhale, tuck back toes, lift back knee, high lunge. On the inhale, arms come up, gaze up. We're arching here as well. So finding your foundation, finding stability in the legs, connected to the earth, and finding lightness in the torso. As we look up and lengthen, we grow our branches. And as we exhale, we grow our roots. Nice. Exhale, arms come behind the back, interlace hands, and hands can stay at the sacrum or arms can extend out long. Lower the back foot down so it's in warrior position, about a 45-degree angle. Looking forward, start reaching fists back and heart forward. We'll be here for a couple of breaths. On the inhale, heart comes forward. And on the exhale, hands come back. Like they're pulling away from each other. Deeply breathing, keeping shoulders away from ears. And on your next exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward into peaceful warrior. In peaceful warrior, we can have our torso gently resting on our thigh. Or if it feels good and your hip flexors are open, you can start to lean even deeper, bringing right shoulder in line with the right thigh. 3 breaths here. In peaceful warrior, bowing our heads. And recognizing that we don't need to fight all the time. We don't need to fight back. We don't need to feel that we are in constant danger and risk. 2 more breaths. Inhaling into the back of our hearts. And exhaling, bowing deeper. Beautiful work. Inhale, slight rise up, bring hands back to the sacrum. And exhale, plant hands inside of the front foot. Heel toe the right foot to the right side of your mat. We're coming to pigeon. Drop back knee and untuck toes. Spill the right toes off of the mat. And you can stay here upright. Or I'm going to come into twisted pigeon. So flexing the right foot, come onto the outer edge of the right foot. And right hand can come to the right knee. As you inhale, lengthen through spine. And as you exhale, twist right, gazing over right shoulder. Feel a stretch in the right hip. And see if you can turn the squishy part of your left elbow towards the front of the mat. It gets a little bit deeper into the shoulder, and the shoulder blade in the back. 2 more breaths. Nice work. Final breath. And exhale, look down at the mat. Plant both hands. Tuck back toe, lift back knee, and step to plank. Coming to side plank on the left side with hips in line with shoulders. Roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. Directly stack left shoulder on top of wrist. And to modify, left knee can drop down under the hip. Right arm can roll towards the sky. We'll take 3 breaths here. Any variation with the top leg that you choose. And gaze can be down for stability. Inhaling and exhaling. Shoulder blades together. Final breath. Inhale. And exhale. Plant right hand. Step to plank. And roll through a vinyasa. Taking a pause in up dog to open the heart. And then coming into downward facing dog or child's pose. Child's pose might be a really lovely option right now, just to give yourself a little bit more time to release. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Breathing deeply. Coming back to your body. Notice how it feels. Is there a difference between the left side and the right side? Is there a difference in how you're feeling compared to when you joined? 2 more breaths. Sinking into your heart space. Coming back to your intention. And if you're in child's pose, in a breath or two, making your way back to downward facing dog. Sometimes when we face challenging things, we tend to disengage because it's uncomfortable for us. That disengagement can look like anything. It can look like watching TV. It can look like eating a lot of food, drinking. It can look like what I just did on my mat, brushing away some of the corkboard that I have. See if you can find some stillness in your downward facing dog to just be with any discomfort, with anything that's challenging. In yoga, we practice quieting the mind, not getting rid of thoughts, but getting rid of the attachment to them. On the inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Drop back knee, untuck toes. Low lunge. On the inhale, arms come up. We'll be here for a couple breaths. And as we inhale, lift and lengthen through your torso. And exhale, arch a little. Shoulders away from ears. Shoulder blades together. 2 more breaths. Reaching up, stretching fingers. And sinking in to the earth. Feeling the right hip flexor. And our hearts opening. Final breath here. And on the exhale, plant both hands. Tuck back toes, lift back knee. High lunge. Inhale, arms up this time. Front knee on top of front ankle. Ooh, get your balance. You need a little bit more stability today. Widen your stance. Think yoga on railroad tracks, not on a tightrope walk. Back knee is engaged. On the inhale, look up, lift and lengthen, arch the spine. And exhale, sink just a little lower. Shoulders away from ears. 2 breaths. Beautiful work, everybody. Tailbone slightly tucked to protect the lower back. Nice. And on the next exhale, bring hands behind the back, palms face towards each other. Interlace hands the way that feels a little bit funny. And then bring the fist to your sacrum, the flat part of your spine, or extend arms out long, opening up heart space towards the front. Lower the back heel so it's in warrior stance, about a 45-degree angle. And then facing the front of your mat, inhale, lengthen and open heart space. And exhale, extend arms like someone's pulling the fists away from you. 3 more breaths, pulling heart forward and hands back. Back of the neck is long, so give yourself a slight tuck in your chin. Legs providing stability and support as you work to open the heart and generate a little bit more compassion and kindness in the world. On the next exhale, start hinging at the hips, folding forward into peaceful warrior. And in peaceful warrior, we can keep our torso on the left thigh. Or if it feels good, you can exhale and sink just a little lower so that the left arm is inside of the left thigh. It's like 3 breaths here. Head is heavy, neck is long. Left hip is back in the socket. Noticing that we don't always have to fight. We don't always have to be reactive. We don't always have to blame someone or want revenge or try to prove ourselves. The most powerful thing that we can do is understand somebody else. Be curious about what they're going through. Final breath. Inhale, start rising back up. Release the hands and plant inside of the front foot. Come high on the back toes and drop the back knee. We're coming to twisted lizard. And heel toe the left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Stay here if this feels good. Or if you'd like to twist, bring left hand to left knee. Spill left toes off the mat. Flex the foot and roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale, lengthen through spine. And exhale, start twisting left, gazing over left shoulder. You'll start to feel a stretch in your hip. Let's take 4 breaths here. And see if you can twist the squishy part of your right elbow towards the front of the mat. And just breathe. Allowing yourself to find a little bit of peace amongst the discomfort potentially. Allowing yourself to just observe what your mind wants you to do when you feel discomfort. What your instincts want you to do when you feel discomfort. Final breath. Exhale, look down at the mat. Plant both hands, tuck back toes and lift back knee. Inhale, step to plank, feet together. We're coming to side plank on the right side. Rolling onto the outer edge of the right foot. You can drop the right knee under the hip for stability. And inhale, left arm towards the sky. Take any variation with the top leg that feels good. And make sure that the right shoulder is directly on top of the right wrist. 3 breaths here. Gazes down for stability. We can do this. We've got this. Final breath. Exhale, plant left hand. Inhale, step to plank. And exhale, roll through Vinyasa, stopping at or up dog for 3 breaths. Opening up the spine, arching the back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Slight lower. Tuck back toes and bring seat to heels. Coming into child's pose or downward facing dog. Child's pose may feel really good right now. With all the back bending that we do, or that we are doing, it's nice to round the spine a little bit more. So child's pose is a lovely option, especially with hands behind you, close to the feet. We'll take 5 breaths. Noticing how the body feels. How left side meets right. After balancing ourselves a little more. And see if you can be in stillness and in quiet. For the last 2 breaths. Nice work. Slowly and mindfully, if you're in child's pose, start making your way back to downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths to transition. And then a couple more to bend the knees, pedal out the feet, and then find stillness again for a breath or 2. Nice. Great work, everybody. On the inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, right foot between the hands, lower back heel, warrior 2. Inhale, windmill the arms to a T. Shoulders away from ears, shoulder blades together. We're just going to go through a little bit of a warrior flow. Not too many holds. For warrior 2, inhale, straighten the front leg. Hips back, right arm forward and down, triangle pose. Nice. Inhale, rise back up, arms to a T, re-bend the front knee. Bend the right arm, place it on the thigh, and inhale, left arm up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, rise back up, warrior 2. Exhale, flip the palms, lower left arm to the back thigh. And inhale, scoop the front arm forward, up and back. Inhale, rise back, warrior 2. And straighten the front leg. Triangle pose. Exhale, hips back, right arm forward and down. Left arm in the air. Inhale, rise back up to a T. Rebend the front knee, warrior 2. And then place the right arm on the thigh, left arm up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, rise back, warrior 2. Flip the palms, lower the back hand. And inhale, right hand comes forward, up and back, scooping the sky. Nice. Inhale, rise back up, warrior 2. All right, we're going to go through that flow 2 more times. On the inhale, triangle pose. Extend the front leg, hips back, arm forward and down. Left arm up. And exhale. Inhale, rise back up, warrior 2. Exhale, rebend front leg, extended side ankle. Right arm to thigh, left arm up and over. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Lower back arm, forearm comes forward, up and back, arching through spine and ribs. Inhale, back warrior two. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten front leg for triangle. Hips back, right arm forward and down. Left arm up. Exhale. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. And exhale, re-bend the right arm, left arm up and over, extended side angle. Nice. Inhale, warrior two, flip the palms, lower back arm. Exhale. Right arm comes forward, up and back. Peaceful warrior. Nice. On the inhale, arms up, torso forward, warrior one. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Deeply inhaling and exhaling, sinking. Shoulders away from ears. Tailbone slightly tucked. Nice. One more breath. Thanks. And then arms come behind. Interlace hands. They can stay on the sacrum or extend arms out long. Heart comes forward. Arms come back. Deep inhale. And you can stay here upright. Or if it feels good, you can hinge forward. Folding down. Releasing. Head is heavy if you're folded. Arms can come up. 3 breaths. Noticing how this feels. The second time we're holding it. Final breath. Great work. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, hands can stay behind you with heart open. Or they can come to hips, whatever feels good. But I encourage you to try with your hands behind. Bring all your weight into the front foot, come high on the back toes, and launch yourself up to balance on the front foot, warrior three. If your arms are bound, shoulder blades come together, and tailbone tucks. We're here for 3 breaths. As you inhale, heart opens forward. Slight tuck in the chin. One more breath. Nice. Inhale, start rising up to standing, bringing left knee into chest. Give it a squeeze. Ooh. Find your balance. Breathing deeply. Nice. You can stay here with your knee into chest. Give your ankle a couple of rolls. Or you can open it up to the side and come into tree. If you're coming into tree, right hand to hip. Left foot can be at the ankle, inside of the shin or the thigh. Whatever feels good. And my balance is quite off today. That's okay. Find a focal point about eye level. It's something that's not moving. Push foot into leg and leg into foot. Those opposing forces are where we find stability. And we can choose. Perhaps the opposing forces feel like they're outside of us, or maybe they're inside of us. Maybe we can balance our defensiveness, a little bit of love and compassion, providing ourselves internal stability. One more breath. Nice. Slowly and mindfully bringing the left knee to face forward again and lowering left foot to meet right, bending knees, raise arms overhead, chair pose. One breath here, inhaling to lengthen. And exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Nice. With knees bent, hands planted. Exhale, take a big step back with the left foot. And on the inhale, right leg comes back and up. Bend the right knee, let it open up. Make some circles with the knee in one-legged dog. And if it feels good, you can flip your dog, come into wild thing by stacking hips and then opening up and arching. Let's take 3 breaths wherever you are. Okay. On the inhale, returning to down dog or to child's pose. Take a couple more breaths. Allowing yourself to breathe. Allowing yourself to release. Notice how the body feels. Any differences between left side and right side. And if you're in child's pose, make your way back to down dog in the next couple of breaths. And from downward facing dog, on your next inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, left foot between hands, lower back heel, warrior 2. Inhale, windmill the arms up to a T, shoulder blades together. We'll go through our warrior flow. On the inhale, straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Hips back, left arm forward and down, right arm up. And exhale. Inhale, rise back up, rebend the knee, warrior 2. And plant left arm on a thigh, right arm up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, return to warrior 2. Exhale, flip palms, peaceful warrior. Right arm to the thigh, left arm comes forward, up and back, extending through left side ribs. And exhale. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale. Inhale, straighten front leg, triangle pose. Hips back, left arm forward and down, right arm up. And exhale. Inhale, rise back up, warrior 2. And rebend left arm, place it on the thigh. Right arm comes up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, return, warrior 2. Exhale, flip the palms for peaceful warrior. Right arm down, left arm forward, up and back. And exhale. Inhale, warrior 2. 2 more rounds. Triangle pose. On the exhale, inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, rebend front knee, left arm plants, extended side angle, right arm up and over the ear. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, flip palms, peaceful warrior. Right arm down, left arm forward, up and back. Nice. Inhale, warrior 2. Final round. Exhale. Inhale, straighten leg, triangle pose. Exhale, arms come up. Inhale, brief warrior 2. Coming into extended side angle. And inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, flip palms, peaceful warrior. Right arm back, left arm forward, up and back. And then inhale, both arms come up. Gaze is forward, warrior 1. We'll stay here for a couple breaths. Tailbone is tucked. Heart is forward and up as you inhale. And as you exhale, sink a little lower. Tuck tailbone, shoulders away from ears. Breathing deeply. Inhale. And exhale, hands come behind the back. Interlace hands the way that feels a little funny. You can stay at the sacrum or extend arms out long. On the inhale, heart comes forward. And on the exhale, hands come back. Elbow tap. We're here for 4 breaths. If this feels good, stay here. If you'd like to bow, start hinging forward into humble warrior. Keeping torso on thigh. Or if it feels accessible, exhale, sink lower. Coming inside of the front thigh. Head is heavy. Back of the neck is long. Final breath. Nice. Inhale, rise back up. Hands can stay at sacrum or extend it out long, or hands to hips, or coming into warrior 3. Bring all your weight into the front foot, come high on back toes, and start lifting out of the front foot. Finding your balance. It's not easy. Extending the back leg out long. 2 breaths. Nice. Inhale, rise up to standing. Bringing right knee into chest, giving it a squeeze. And then staying here, giving your ankle a couple of rolls. Or coming into tree. If you're in tree, open the knee out to the side like a book. And the foot can come to your ankle, the shin, or the inner thigh. Again, pushing foot into leg and leg into foot. Finding your internal stability. Gaze is forward. Something at eye level, not moving. 2 breaths. Finding your stability. Nice. Inhale, right knee comes back to center. Exhale, right foot lowers to meet left. Bend the knees, raise arms overhead, chair pose. Deep inhale to lengthen. And exhale, straighten both legs, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, big step back with the right foot. And then on the inhale, left foot comes back and up, 3-legged dog. Bend the left knee, fire hydrant. Making some circles with the knee, or flipping your dog. Take a couple more breaths. Whatever resting pose you'd like, maybe wide like a child's pose, or just down dog. We're here for about 5 breaths. Noticing how your body feels now. Finding stillness. Nice. When you're ready, making your way to hands and knees. And from hands and knees, we'll cross ankles, roll back onto our hips, and extend legs out long. Scooting hips to the bottom of your mat. We'll come all the way down onto our backs for a couple more supine back bends. We'll do 3 back bends. I'll walk through bridge and full wheel. If you'd like to start ramping it down and come into supported bridge and you have a block or a bolster, or something that you can lift your hips up onto. Just grab that. For bridge, arms alongside the body, palms facing down, heels close to hips. Bring to mind, bring to heart somebody that you care for, or someone that could use a little bit of extra love. Deep inhale into that person, place, or thing. And exhale, peel hips off the earth, lifting them up into bridge. You can interlace hands behind the back if it feels good and walk shoulder blades together. Or if you'd like to come into supported bridge, grab that prop and bring it under your sacrum. We're here for 3 more breaths. Thinking deeply of that person, that place, that thing that you would like to send a little bit more love to. That you know needs it and that you feel deserves it. Final breath. Nice. Exhale, uncross the fingers, lower back onto the earth. Windshield wiper the knees. And as you windshield wiper, now bring to mind, bring to heart, somebody that you have a challenging relationship with. Maybe it's somebody that you know, or maybe it's just this idea of a kind of person that you challenge, that you find challenging. Bring to mind that challenging relationship that you have, that person or persona. Then come back, arms alongside the body, palms facing down, hands, heels close to hips. Coming into bridge again. On the inhale, bring that person, that persona into your mind, into your heart. And on the exhale, start peeling hips off the earth, lifting them to the sky. You can interlace hands behind the back again. That feels good, or bring a block or a blanket or a bolster, whatever you have. And see if you can offer an ounce of your compassion and your energy and your love to this person or type of person. It doesn't have to be everything. You're allowed to have boundaries. Perhaps an ounce. Perhaps a smile rather than roll of an eye. Perhaps a thank you rather than turning away. Perhaps an how can I help rather than what's wrong with you. Deep inhale. And exhale, release hands and lower back down. Windshield wiper the knees. For the final back bend, I'll walk through a full wheel. If you'd like to stay in bridge or supported bridge, go ahead and do so. If you'd like to come into full wheel with me, let's do it. So wherever you are, start thinking of yourself now. Bring yourself into your mind and bring yourself into your heart. Arms alongside the body, palms facing down. You're coming into bridge or supported bridge. Heels close to hips for all of our options. If you're doing bridge, go ahead and come up. If you're coming into full wheel, fingertips to shoulder tips. Deep inhale, everybody. And exhale, start lifting hips off the earth. Pushing into hands if you're coming into full wheel. And energetically pulling elbows together and knees together. Thinking of yourself. Bringing love and support. Just an ounce of it or more. and giving it to yourself. 2 more breaths. And if you're in full wheel, as you come down, tuck your chin to protect the neck. And once you come all the way back to the earth, bend knees, hug them into your chest. Seeing if you can bring your forehead closer to the knees, just tucking everything in. Releasing your lower back. Perhaps happy baby feels good. And if there's anything your body feels it missed before coming into Shavasana, go ahead and take it now. Otherwise, extend legs out long, hip distance or wider, arms out wide as well. Take up space, starfish. And I like to snuggle my shoulder blades under heart space as well. Give just a little bit more opening. Starting to tune back in with the breath. Allowing it to flow naturally. Noticing how your body feels. Noticing the sensations inside and on the body. And knowing that the work that you did today, just now, is work that goes to everybody. Maybe hard and uncomfortable, but you can do it. You have the tools. You have the self-knowledge to show up better today than you were yesterday or 5 minutes ago. A better you. We'll stay here in silence for about another minute. Just feeling where you're at. Starting to deepen your breath. Inviting energy back into the body. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, stretching arms out overhead and legs down long like you're waking up, stretching for the first time in the morning. Then hug knees into chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rolling over onto one side of your body. And pausing here for a breath or two. When you're ready, pushing yourself up to seated. I'll seal the practice with an Om. Feel free to join me or just listen in and enjoy. Wherever you are, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center, releasing all the air from your body. Deep inhale for Om. Hmm. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining. Turn off the recording.